There's nothing quite like hunting the December rut in South Texas.
Rickwater Custom Rifles presents
Well, on today's show, it's almost Christmas. And most guys this time of year are worried about what to get their wife for Christmas. Not me. I know what Denise wants. She wants another crack at a big South Texas buck. So on today's show, we're headed back to our good friend Joe Matkin's place, Panther Hollow Whitetails in South Texas. The rut's still kicking. It's going to be a great hunt.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Rickwater Custom Rifles, Extreme Wildlife Adventures, Swarovski Optique, Yeti Coolers, and Barber Creek Shooting Academy.
I'm Joe Matkin, and I'm the owner of Panther Hollow Whitetails. My relationship with Allan started a few years back. I was looking around for someone that makes a really high-quality custom rifle. He ended up calling Allan on the phone. I went to his shop and told him I wanted to test shoot a few guns, and while I was there, you know, in a conversation with Allan, you can't talk to him very long without understanding that he is a real deer hunter. So he and I hit it off immediately, and I invited him to come down and hunt with me.
He's been sending us some more big pictures. The rut's still kicking out there, so we're headed out. We're just gonna check these rifles at short range because we just shot them a couple days ago. My 6.5 Weatherby I've been using all season. Board and action, Brooks barrel, Trigger Tech trigger, and a swirl on top with a turret cut for 500 feet and 50 degrees, which is about what it'll be out in Texas, so we ought to be good. So I'm just gonna make sure we're still spot on at 200 and let Denise shoot her gun. We'll be ready to go. You ready to go, my spotter? All right, here we go. Ooh, perfect. Perfect. I don't even need to shoot another one. You're up. Perfect. Perfect. Both of those are daggum dead on. We're good. Those Derek Joes are in trouble again. It's getting late. We got to finish packing. Let's go. Ready?
Sounds good.
Fajitas.
Quit. Yeah, I have. I've eaten every deer that I've shot, so that's why I'm 300 pounds. How come you didn't put some meat on yours?
I always put too much, I know.
This is probably about as bad as a brownies, I'm thinking.
The first morning, I'm sitting on a food plot where Joe has seen some really big bucks on his trail cameras.
I'm in the blind this morning by myself, filming here in South Texas, and we had rain right at daylight, and the deer have already started moving. I saw one buck in the shadows that had a big frame that got out of this food plot before I could see exactly what he was, but he was real wide and looked pretty heavy.
After a while, the activity dies down, and I decide to head in and try to locate some of Miss Claudia's brownies. I'll eat that one.
Yes, you will.
Well, we got out of the blind. Well, there's no we, it's just me because I'm filming myself. Got out of the blind, was going to sit here, but Claudia's brownie sounded too good, so got down and ate a hamburger and a brownie or 6. Joe brought me back in here. We came around the corner and there was a big buck up here with a doe, these 2 little bucks, and he took off. So I think he was a big shooter, I'm not sure. I'm hoping that doe brings him back to this big lush green oats food plot.
All of a sudden, I look to my left and this giant has just stepped out in the field. As he goes back into the brush, I could tell he's a big shooter.
This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Sport Ear by Axel Hearing Performance.
Joe brought me back in here. We came around the corner and there was a big buck up here with a doe, these 2 little bucks, and he took off. So I think he was a big shooter, I'm not sure. I'm hoping that doe brings him back to this big lush green oats food plot.
It seemed like forever, though it was just a couple minutes before I see him on the brush line and he bolts right back out. Ooh, what a monster. What a monster. They usually don't go that far after the shot, but he's got pretty long legs, so he had a farther fall. Whew. 300 yards is way too close to get to a 6'5" Weatherby. Ooh, right on the point of the shoulder, and that's what they do. Dang, I gut shot him. Woo! Woo-hoo! I'd say that's a pretty big buck there. Good Lord. How come he ain't got any mass? Oh, I just got small hands. Right. Look at that. That's a big one there, boy. Look at that buck. Man, Joe, thank you for having the best place in South Texas.
Thanks.
I'm gonna tell you, Panther Hollow Ranch is the best place in South Texas. What a monster deer. This, he stepped out here about 300 yards and I'm self-filming, so finally he got broadside at 300 where I could get both shoulders and it just dropped him in his tracks. I'm shooting a 6'5" Weatherby built on a boarding action with a straight fluted match barrel, one of our Apex stocks and a Swarovski Z8 2.3 to 18 by 56 with a turret, and we clicked it up about 5 clicks and that 140 grain burger just dropped him in his tracks. What a buck. South Texas, what a place to hunt.
Woo! That's not a little body deer either. That is a massive, huge buck. Awesome. Hey, can you take a picture for my Facebook page? I'm kidding. Man.
There you go. I bet you didn't think you was going to end up like that when you woke up this morning, did you, buddy? All right, we got to go get Blondie a big deer. This ought to be fun. You ready to go?
The rut is absolutely wide open, and the deer are moving like crazy. Now that Allan is tagged out, he's working for me as my guide and cameraman. It sure doesn't take long. And no surprise, we got some nice bucks showing up.
We've got a gorgeous 6x7 out here in front of us, but he's only 3 to 4 years old. So he's not one we want to take out of the herd right now. But I'd absolutely love to see him in a couple of years.
The second best thing to the hunt at Panther Hollow is the food.
That's right there. That
Everything
roll.
but that roll. Whew.
Yeah. Those things are pretty hard to pass up. They're right out of the oven. Yep. That meat's pretty dang good, Jeff.
Yeah, real good.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Hoff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Sport Ear by Axel Hearing Performance, and Surge Pro by BioFact Crop Care.
James from Barber Creek Long Range Shooting School. This is Cayenne Scott. She's going to be helping us with this parallax video. We're going to talk about parallax. Parallax is really taking the animal or the target and putting it on the same focal plane as where your reticle's at. If you don't, you can have something called a parallax error. Now on the side of the scope is a side focus / parallax knob. It is designed to do exactly what we talked about. Again, if you don't and you do make a parallax error, you can really make a bad shot, because really as you move your head, your crosshairs float around the target and it can really open up your shot grip. So Kai, you want to go ahead and get lined up on a gun? So she got a nice horizontal setup just like she's supposed to. Go ahead and lock and load while you're getting ready, so that way you can take your shot. And we're still running a 6.5. Okay. So she's all set up on the target. We're going to shoot 500 yards. The first thing she needs to do is focus her parallax knob. So go ahead and put your left hand on the focus knob. Go ahead and focus it nice and clear. All right. Nod your head yes while you're doing it. So that's how you check your parallax. You nod your head yes up and down and see if there's any crosshair movement, and she basically makes it go away. So is there any movement now when you're nodding your head?
A little bit.
So keep nodding your head while you're focusing. Okay, let me know when you're good.
Okay.
All right, Allan, what's our wind?
No wind.
All right, aim dead on. And when you're ready, go ahead and take your shot. Communicate with your spotter.
Ready?
Send it.
Nice shot. Okay, now go ahead and stay in the gun. Bad parallax, so what she's gonna do is go ahead and stay in the gun and make bad parallax. How do you make a bad parallax? Bad parallax, you can actually make it yourself by adjusting your scope so far out that the crosshairs float all over the place. So take your non-shooting hand, grab the parallax, now turn it all the way clockwise till it stops. It'll be really out of focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now nod your head. What's the crosshairs doing?
They're
floating all over the place. She's really out of parallax. So that was just kind of an exercise for you to be able to see what bad parallax looks like. Go ahead and put it in focus now. Now while she's doing it, let me kind of explain something. Parallax does not need to be adjusted every time you go to a new range. So if you zero it or parallax it at 200 yards and you move to 4, you're probably good. But by the time you get out to 500 or 600 yards, you at least need to check your parallax. And how do you do it? Just nod your head and see if there's any movement. If there's no movement, engage the target and shoot. That's me, James, and then this is Cayenne, another downrange shooting tip from Barber Creek Long Range Shooting Academy.
The weather this morning is not looking great, but you can't kill them from the couch.
We got another overcast sit this morning. It's been very drizzly. We've had lots of deer out, but
We've got plenty of javelina, but everything else is thinning out. We decide to make a move to a different blind.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Capstone Precision Group, Brooks Barrels, Borden Accuracy, Trigger Tech, Revolution Safe Company, Safari Club International Foundation, and Browning Trail Cameras. This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
As we got up to the blind, I'll be darned if we didn't spook a really nice buck. But with hopes of him coming back out, we decide to stay.
He's turning around, going back in. Well, we had a great set this morning and saw lots of deer, but had a lot of young bucks. Didn't see any mature deer that we wanted to take. Lots of movement. The rut is going strong, and we've got more rain coming in this afternoon, so we wanted to try to get out here midday and try to get ahead of that and see what kind of movement we get. So we'll sit back and see what happens. He's nice. He's real nice. He's nice. He's definitely nice.
What a shot. Oh boy.
Oh, he is a gorgeous, gorgeous 10, isn't he?
Man. That's a giant buck.
Where'd he go?
He's right there in the middle of the field, dead as a post.
Oh, he's down in the food plot, isn't he?
He didn't move. He's dead. He's dropped him in his tracks.
I know that.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm having a great season.
Oh boy.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Ooh, look at this pretty thing. Nice. He got a lot of character. Look at that. He's got an extra G3 right there.
That deer's 20 inches wide. Good job.
Nice. Thank you.
Job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Man, what a cool deer.
The rain is getting worse by the second. We're getting loaded up, and the next stop is Los Cazadores.
It's pretty good. You remember Denise and Allan?
Hey man, James, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
How y'all been?
Oh, good. We had a great trip. Great trip.
Excellent.
Denise even shot something this year.
It's always tough to get her to trick her up.
That's right.
That is very interesting. I've never seen anything like that. That is cool. You got the mud coming down. Look at that.
All right, she's got this big typical in the middle right there.
Yes, sir.
And just a wall pedestal on all these, and turn that one to the left, and we'll do this one other to the right, I think. And that's the one I got to talk to you about. He's got some shards. I might can get a picture from Joe of what he had, but we might fix him back.
Okay.